How did I end up here? Let's rewind. A couple of days ago, I was shocked to see just how many people are affected by domestic abuse in Texas. It's something like 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men, and 1 in 3 teens are affected by it. That means if you live in DFW, your world has been affected by it, whether you know it or not. So today, I'm going to introduce you to an organization that's trying to do something about it. All right, I'm here with Beth Robinson from Hope Store New Beginnings Center. Now, Beth, can you define domestic abuse for me? Because I think a lot of people, when they think about domestic abuse, they just think domestic violence.
Absolutely, and that is probably the primary issue that people focus on. The less known issues are also emotional abuse, financial abuse, sexual abuse, and digital abuse that we see a lot with the teenagers these days.
And that's something I'm sure a lot of people never even really thought about as being a thing, but then nowadays, I mean, you hear about cyberbullying, you hear about some of these things, and I guess that's what we're talking about.
Right, and it's something that parents need help to understand so they can help their teen.
Absolutely. So what do you guys do for people who are in this abuse?
We have a 24-hour hotline that's answered in English and Spanish. Then we also have an emergency shelter that allows our victims to stay for up to 90 days at no cost.
And then do you do other things for them as well?
Absolutely. And basically the list of services is enormous to the point that we provide anything so that it does not have the effect of having the individual go back to the abuser. Oh, so
you guys do pretty much everything just to make sure they don't have to go back into those situations.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I know a lot of people, when they think about shelters and organizations that help in situations like that, they're thinking hotlines and shelters, but there's a lot more that goes into it.
Exactly.
What else do you guys do? Because I know you work with the abused, the victims here, but you also work with some other people.
We also work with the abuser or the perpetrator, so that is a way to stop the cycle of violence and help them to learn other coping skills rather than violence.
I know you told me before that a lot of times it's people who their parents were abused or abusers who then carry it on, and so if you can stop that cycle.
Exactly. And it may be that is the only behavior they've ever seen modeled. It may be the only behavior that they have learned. So we're trying to offer other options.
And you also do education programs, correct?
We do. Absolutely free to the community for businesses, companies, organizations, public service groups, churches. We'll go in and talk to all of those groups at no cost.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And there are also a lot of ways that you can get involved with this organization, but for that, I'm actually going to go talk to another Beth. All right, I'm in a closet with Beth Leo's. This is an important closet here. What is this closet?
This is the immediate needs closet. So this is where our clients can receive things that they need on a day-to-day basis, like shampoos, conditioners, lotions, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste. We have diapers and baby products. That's a huge need too. So this closet supplies our clients with just day-to-day basic needs.
Awesome. And this is one of the ways that people can get involved here. They can donate some of these items here, and they will go to the victims, obviously, who need them. But also, you guys need volunteers, don't you?
We do. We have volunteer opportunities in almost every aspect of our agency, all the services we provide. So we have volunteers that come and they organize our shelves for us, which is a huge blessing. We have volunteers that go to the resale store and help there. We have volunteers that help answer crisis calls at the emergency shelter. That's special training, we provide that. And then we have volunteers that just give time when they're available. For example, we have a group that does a meal the third Thursday of every month for our shelter clients and their children, and that's a big, big help to us. But that's what they can do, and so that's what they do. So we're happy for it.
There's no excuse not to be involved if you want to, because it turns out that there are some other Thursdays in the month that you could provide meals for.
And Monday and Tuesday.
Absolutely. There's so many opportunities to be involved. Obviously, you guys are a nonprofit, so people just donating money is huge. That's incredibly important as well.
Absolutely.
So, and you guys are doing some renovation, correct?
That's correct. We are renovating our shelters, our emergency shelters. With as many clients as we've served over the years, they need a little TLC. So we are accepting donations to help us do some major renovations, like foundation, subfloor, flooring kinds of repairs, real expensive stuff that we need help with. So.
Awesome. So there's a lot of ways to get involved with this organization, a lot of ways to volunteer, incredibly important. And I'm actually going to go try to bug one of your volunteers just for like this much, just to kind of get an idea of what it's like volunteering here. Thank you so much, Beth.
Thank you, Tim.
I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Okay, so this is Teresa Tramp. She didn't really want to do this, which is totally okay. But I just wanted to ask you, what is volunteering here like?
Volunteering here is amazing. Like, from day one, I felt like I was in a part of an incredible family, and like everybody just made me feel so welcome, and like I wanted to do more, and I want to do more after, you know, everything is done.
Well, there you go. She didn't want to do this, but that's amazing, and this is what it's like being a volunteer here. It's an amazing experience, and so if you're thinking about volunteering here, you absolutely should do that. So, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
One of the other ways you can get involved with this organization is right here. It's Hope Store Resale Store in Plano, Texas. This store serves a couple of different purposes. It's a place where victims of domestic abuse can come and get the stuff that they need at no charge. But it's also a great store if you're looking for some great deals on clothing, furniture, and things like that. And I happen to be in the market for some summer outfits, so I thought, I need to check it out. There are a lot of ways to support this amazing organization, and I strongly encourage you to do that. The most important thing is remember the name, Hope Store New Beginning Center, in case you or someone you know needs help. See you guys on the next one.